I think we should all take a moment and write to our members of Congress who drone on and on about the sanctity of marriage and pass a piece of legislation that I have in front of me. It's called the Defense of Marriage Against Kim Kardashian Act. And I think it's important that we get this done. Section 1, no state, territory, or possession in the United States or Indian tribe shall recognize a wedding, the rights for which were sold to a television network, newspaper, magazine, or other information vending entity as a valid marriage. Section 2, no state, territory, or possession of the United States or Indian tribe shall be required to give effect to any public act, record, or judicial proceeding of any other state, territory, possession, or tribe acknowledging a divorce by any person who has been married for less than 1 year, or in the case of people who are paid money for the rights to televise their wedding 50 years. Section 3, no state, territory, or possession of the United States or Indian tribe shall recognize as valid the marriage of any person who, prior to entering into said marriage, shall have had a marriage lasting less than 90 days, or for which the broadcast or publication rights were sold, as defined in Section 1. And finally, Section 4, in determining the meaning of any act of Congress or of any ruling, regulation, or interpretation of the various administrative bureaus and agencies of the United States, the word marriage will not refer to any publicity stunt performed by a celebrity. It's the Defense of Marriage Against Kim Kardashian Act. You know, every time I hear the haters in this country, the Republicans, the right-wingers, the teabaggers, you know, the scum that comprise a hefty minority in this country, every time I hear them talk about how, well, if gay folk have the right to form a contract that involves a lifetime commitment, it's going to disturb the sanctity of marriage. I just, I start to chuckle, but then I start to think how insulting that is to folks that happen to be gay. I mean, it's infuriating. It really is. Whoever sent this to me wrote the following: this vapid, I'm going to have to say blank, this vapid blank was allowed to get married as a publicity stunt and collect and keep an $18 million payout for the rights to that publicity stunt. This is a bigger insult to the sanctity of marriage than, is this not a bigger insult to the sanctity of marriage than a same-sex couple of 20, 30, or even 50 years being allowed to tie the knot could ever be? Yeah, well, I guess, I don't know, what was, I just happened to catch this, that Kim, seriously, I mean, I don't follow this nonsense, although it's hard not to avoid everything about the Kardashian family. I mean, anytime you turn on commercial television, you're going to find some reference. So I do know that, a couple of weeks ago or something, she married some poor schlub, and then apparently she filed for divorce today or yesterday or over the weekend or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand any of this stuff. But I heard it on CNN today driving around. I don't know what these Kardashian people are famous for. I guess nothing. Only in this culture, this sort of culture. I realize other cultures do this same kind of nonsense, that somebody is famous for being famous. Just thought I'd pass it on. The sanctity of preventing, awful.